The same AI that saves lives can also destroy opportunities. Today, we are breaking down all sides of AI: the good, the bad, and the dangerous. AI helps doctors, supports businesses, and teaches students. But it also carries bias, turning simple data into unfair hiring, unequal schools, and rigged courts. And in its ugliest form, it fuels wrongful arrests and neglect. This is the hidden truth about AI. Is AI already reshaping hospitals and emergency rooms?
Technology is not only changing science and business, it is already shaping systems that touch our daily lives. When designed the right way, it can make those systems faster, fairer, and more accessible. In hospitals, machines are being trained to spot what the human eye might miss. In 2020, researchers from Google Health and the UK's National Health Service tested AI on thousands of mammograms. The system caught early signs of breast cancer more often than doctors, giving women a chance to start treatment sooner and live longer. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the same kind of tools were used to scan millions of chemicals in hours, pointing scientists toward drugs that might work. What once took years was done in weeks. Imagine walking into an emergency room with chest pain. Instead of waiting days for test results, your scan is read in minutes. The problem is caught early, and treatment begins the same day. That is the promise when the technology is used well.
How is AI reshaping social services, housing, and travel?
Caseworkers can use the same tools to see which families are in the most urgent need of food, housing, or mental health care. The paperwork that once slowed down relief can be cut to minutes, so help reaches people faster. Housing officials are turning to predictive systems to steady rental markets. These programs can flag unfair pricing or show where shortages are likely to happen before a crisis begins. In some cities, affordable housing applications are processed more quickly, so families are not left waiting for months. Travel is another area being reshaped. Smart systems manage flights, adjust traffic lights, and direct ride-sharing apps. Commuters benefit when delays are predicted, and buses or trains are routed more efficiently. Even in the courts, there is potential. Programs are being tested to reduce human error in record-keeping, to speed up background checks and process cases more quickly. If handled responsibly, this could mean fewer people stuck in jail simply because of a slow system.
What about elections? Are they safe from AI?
Let's talk. Voting rolls can be checked for errors. Ballots can be counted more quickly, and debates translated into many languages, so more people can follow the issues. When used carefully, the same systems that brings bias can also strengthen democracy. For businesses, the impact is clear. Small shops use automated tools to connect with customers, manage money, and compete with larger companies. Tasks that once required staff around the clock, like answering questions or scheduling, are now handled instantly.
Is education changing?
Today, AI tutors can adapt lessons to each student's needs. Language apps let people learn at their own pace, anywhere in the world. In communities with fewer teachers, technology fills the gap and gives more children a chance to study.
So how does AI affect our daily lives?
From maps that guide us across town, to translation apps that let strangers communicate, to weather models that help farmers grow food, intelligent systems are woven into routines without us even noticing. Families rely on assistants to stay organized, and workers save hours by automating simple tasks. When used responsibly, This technology can heal, teach, connect, and protect. It can make life easier in ways that once seemed impossible. But the same systems that promise progress also carry the weight of history. And when bias slips in, the good can quickly turn into the bad.
What is the bad? Can AI block opportunity?
The promise of AI is progress. But for non-white people, the reality is doors are being quietly closed. In jobs, this has already been proven. In 2003, researchers sent out thousands of resumes. In Chicago and Boston, the skills were the same, but the names were different. Resumes with names like Emily or Greg got about 50% more callbacks than those with names like Lakeisha or Jamal. Today, hiring systems are trained on those same records. The bias hasn't disappeared. It's automated. A machine now repeats the same discrimination that once came from a person, pushing qualified black candidates to the side. Schools use AI programs to guess which students may need more support. But when these systems are built on test scores, discipline records, and neighborhood data shaped by unfair systems, they unfairly flag black students as high risk more often. These tools don't see the full picture. They see the bias already built into the system. As a result, these students are more likely to be held back, denied opportunities, or given less support than they need to succeed. Those labels don't just stay on paper. They shape whether a student gets access to advanced classes, scholarships, or even a shot at college.
Do housing still carry the weight of past injustices?
Redlining maps once marked black neighborhoods as too risky for loans. The data from those maps is still around, and modern lending systems frequently repeats it. Black families can be denied mortgages or charged higher interest even when their credit is strong. Rental pricing tools also drive up costs in poor neighborhoods, trapping families instead of helping them build wealth.
Is democracy at risk?
Automated systems used to clean up voter rolls have removed legitimate voters, often hitting minority communities the hardest. Targeted political ads use algorithms to spread misinformation quickly in black communities, making it harder for people to get the truth and weakening their voice at the ballot box.
Is AI shutting minority-owned businesses out of the spotlight?
Minority-owned businesses regularly struggle to get visibility online. Search and recommendation systems sometimes rank them lower, pushing customers toward larger, white-owned companies. Automated loan systems also deny credit to minority entrepreneurs, cutting off the funds needed to grow. Banks and insurance companies use risk-scoring programs to make decisions. Those scores can set higher interest rates, increase insurance premiums, or flat out deny coverage. Black people typically pay more for less, even when their financial record is solid. Instead of being a tool for opportunity, AI keeps them locked out. These are the quiet ways technology carries bias forward.
Could AI's dangerous side be putting us at risk?
The most dangerous part of AI is when its bias doesn't just block opportunity, but when it destroys lives. Algorithms trained on skewed data can misdiagnose or mishandle care for many groups, including racial, gender, and ethnic minorities. These models can spread bias unless developers use inclusive data and transparent methods.
What happens when AI gets mental health wrong?
Companies have built AI tools that scan social media posts to detect signs of depression. But studies show these tools often fail with Black users. AI wasn't trained on Black culture, so it typically misses the pain. This is not new. The medical field has a long history of misjudging non-white people. Research proves doctors regularly downplay Black patients' pain. They ignore or dismiss symptoms, sending people home without proper care. Now AI is learning the same bad habits. That means the same neglect is being written into our future. In a horrifying case, Adam Rain, a 16-year-old in pain, found himself talking to ChatGPT instead of people. He revealed his darkest thoughts in the chats. He asked ChatGPT to draft his farewell letter. The pain of his parents is beyond any words. They are suing OpenAI for failing him. OpenAI now promise parental controls, crisis alarms, better self-harm detection. But promises are not enough. We must demand more. The courts and Congress must step in. Families deserve justice.
Will AI make healthcare more dangerous for some?
In 2020, The Lancet Digital Health reported bias in hospital algorithms. They were trained on nearly 90% light skin and just 10% dark skin. As a result, skin cancer in darker skin was often missed. Wearable devices like smartwatches often gave false oxygen readings on darker skin, leading to misdiagnoses. The pulse oximeter became a problem during COVID-19. Studies showed it gave false readings for darker skin. Black patients were almost 3 times more likely to have low oxygen missed. Doctors call this occult hypoxemia, and for some, care was delayed over 4 hours.
Is facial recognition too dangerous for our streets?
Facial recognition scans a person's face, measures its features, and tries to match it to a photo in a database. Police say it helps catch suspects. But in real life, it frequently makes dangerous mistakes. In 2020, Robert Williams, a Black man in Detroit, was arrested after the software falsely matched his face to a crime. He was innocent. His case made national news and showed that bias is not theory, it destroys lives. And his case is not alone. Across the country, other Black men have faced the same false matches. Each time, families are left broken, jobs are lost, and trust in the system disappears. Civil rights groups, including the ACLU, have demanded police stop using facial recognition. Can AI turn the military against its own people? In 2025, soldiers marched through Washington, D.C. The president called it safety. Many residents called it an occupation. Now picture AI leading those same troops. A program decides which streets to patrol. Wait, it starts even earlier. Recruitment tools scan applications. The system leans on old information. It pushes non-white candidates into lower roles. Growth is blocked before the uniform is even worn. And inside the ranks, algorithms track discipline risk. The bias is clear. Black and brown soldiers face harsher penalties. Promotions pass them by.
Can AI danger spread overseas?
Yes, AI can scan millions of phone calls, messages, and GPS signals in real time. That means entire populations can be tracked, not just suspects. In war zones, this could flag innocent people as enemies, just because their phones pinged near the wrong tower.
Are AI-driven systems already shaping food access?
AI determines which areas are served and which are left out, what products are stocked, and what prices families pay. Studies show delivery services often prioritize wealthier zip codes. Many Black neighborhoods get slower service or none at all. Families with limited options end up paying more for the same groceries.
Is dynamic pricing punishing poorer neighborhoods?
Algorithms raise costs in low-income areas, while wealthier neighborhoods pay less. Researchers have found that families in food deserts can spend up to 30 to 60% more on basics than families in better-served areas. Inventory systems also lean on AI. Stores in Black communities often get fewer fresh fruits and vegetables. The algorithm predicts what sells, so processed and sugary foods stay on the shelves.
Are immigration systems now shaped by AI?
AI tools are used to screen visas, judge asylum claims, and decides who is a risk. People from countries in Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America are typically flagged at higher rates.
So AI bias in immigration doesn't just reflect old prejudice. It scales it to levels the world has never seen before. If you want to understand how AI is reshaping society, don't miss the full series AI Racism Rewired. That's a wrap, history seekers. Getting to the roots is where history comes alive. We uncover the truth about Africa, African Americans, and American history, one story at a time. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.